Is this all a simulation?
Possibly.
I mean, people like Elon say it's undoubtedly. If you run the numbers, then it clearly is a simulation. If you go down a few assumption paths.
Well, there's the whole anthropic stuff. That is that the laws of physics, especially the constants, the values of the constants in the laws of physics are so fantastically, improbably finely tuned to allow life and matter and all that the odds, you say, that can't be a coincidence. It's been rigged. Like Fred Hoyle, the famous astronomer, British, he's famous for saying that it's rigged. In other words, it's been engineered. So I'm very open.
Because the constants exist, and they're so
they are
constant.
The way they are, because if they weren't, we would not exist. And the odds of that happening just by chance, it was like 10 to the 100 power 120, some fantastically large number. So you get the impression that it's been engineered. And that the anthropic principle is pushing a lot of cosmologists and particle physicists to be deists, that it's engineered, it's been designed, the grand architect. And so for me, the rise of the artilect this century makes deism much more plausible. So I'm much more open than I was, say, 2 decades ago or 3 to deism. So there's this quasi-religious element creeping in to this line of argument now, that maybe the universe is designed. And by whom or by what? Well, maybe these hyper-intelligences that are just, godlike. Hence artilect, by definition. Godlike, massively intelligent machines who are trillions of trillions of trillions. And you just do the numbers that come out of physics, and it's all so plausible.
Right.
And hence the awe, AWE.
Yes.
The investment club gives us a chance to think about what wealth really is.
It gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals.
We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs.
The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done.
When I have questions, there's members of the club willing to support and help.
Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical.
It's about educating and making possibilities for everybody in the world.
Joining the investment club can bring you wealth, resources, community, and a more joyful time.
It is one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You mentioned all of the different potential solar systems and universes, and you run the numbers.
Trillion stars.
So then there has to be intelligent life out there.
I'd
and
say
that intelligent life would have had to have developed AI.
You'd think so.
You would think so. And then the argument that we haven't seen it yet is that we couldn't, or they couldn't travel through space.
Well, this is hotly debated.
What is space?
The so-called Fermi paradox. Fermi was an Italian-American nuclear physicist. He was the first guy in the world to build a nuclear reactor.
Right. In the basement of the Chicago
right, football
stadium.
Field or something.
Football field. Yeah, the University of Chicago.
So he was having a conversation with some of his colleagues one lunchtime, and they were talking about ETs, extraterrestrials, and UFOs, unidentified flying objects, and so forth. And he came up with a famous question. Okay, well, if intelligent life is commonplace throughout the universe, and here's famous 3 words: where are they? Where's the proof? We have no proof of their existence. So that's the Fermi paradox. So if there are zillions of hyperintelligences out there, why do we have no proof of their existence? And that's a really big question. And maybe it's just distance. That's a possibility.
Right.
Maybe we are, as humans, we are so ordinary and boring and nothing to them, they completely ignore us. There's umpteen answers to the Fermi paradox. It's really interesting stuff. But if these artilects do come into being, human-created artilects, I can imagine one of their top goals would be, get out there try and find other hyper
But that sounds like a very human pursuit.
Or go down.
Okay. To the micro level.
Right. Now because that's.
But that also, aren't you projecting human curiosity on them? Because would they care?
Well, that's another big question. Brian, you're a smart guy, right? You. I don't know if you know, but to get into MIT, you're an MIT graduate. To get into MIT as an undergrad, you need an IQ at least 160. You're no fool.
But I'm no Hugo either.
Oh, I'm not in that range.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.